Hi everyone and welcome to our Monday TNT. Start of a brand new week. It's Monday, the 5th of August already. And the biggest story last week, well almost by far, was all this kerfuffle about an advertisement that Apple, the computer iPhone people, made, a sort of a 10-minute mini-movie based in Thailand. They weren't paid by the TAT or anything. They just decided they'd make it in Thailand. They got all the requisite permits. It was mostly a Thai film crew. But what ended up on screen and got some 10 million views, got a lot of social media attention here in Thailand, mostly negative attention, driven by a few social media influencers. Expats even got in on the act, and some liked it, some didn't. And plenty of Thai people said, well, it's sort of roughly right. But the upshot is, Apple ended up withdrawing the advertisement. Here in ThaiPBSWorld.com, Apple withdraws controversial ad, offers an apology. And the Apple company has offered an apology for the recent release of the 5th instalment of its Underdogs series of promotional films, which sparked outrage in Thailand. They also agreed to stop disseminating it. Now, this happened last Friday, but I'll get to the point in just a moment. And the 10-minute featurette, described as a comedy thriller, featured 4 company employees racing around Thailand to meet their clients' demands for design and quality. And during their travails, they ran into a lot of fairly colourful Thai characters, some of them fairly cliched. And this guy took it very, very seriously indeed. He's got a TikTok channel, and the TikTok channel is not about hats, by the way. His name is David William. He's an English teacher, and he speaks very, very fluent Thai. And he watched it very, very seriously, and he wasn't happy. And he got outright hysterical over the whole thing. And not only doing a critique on the video itself, but he also did a follow-up after it was withdrawn, sort of really sticking it to Apple and saying it's ridiculous and people like me are not happy. He even got quite emotional, burst out crying over the entire matter, even when he was reporting there that Apple had pulled the commercial. It's even got international coverage. Here on CNN Travel, terrible, Apple removes new promo video after backlash in Thailand. The terrible being a response of some of the people viewing it. And David William was contacted by CNN. He's quoted here. David William, an American content creator based in Thailand, he said he's never seen a cab that looked like that before. Hold that thought. And Thailand's main gateway, Suvarnabhumi Airport, is just as modern as New York's JFK International Airport, he said. Thailand is a modern, safe and beautiful country. I just hope people don't misunderstand. Now, without sort of dragging this argument on any longer, Apple were under no obligation to make Thailand look anything in particular. And you can go onto YouTube today and see probably hundreds of videos that complain about something in Thailand, the food, the lifestyle, the traffic, or whatever. Indeed, Thais, they make horror movies and movies about violence of gangs, making Thailand look very negative, but people don't seem to be getting quite as upset about those. David William even said, I will run to buy a Samsung foldable phone immediately. Oh, but hang on, Samsung actually made a similar commercial in Thailand. How do we know it's Thai? Well, we'll find out in just a moment. Set outside the airport, somebody trying to catch taxis, and this person comes out. Oh, look at the, oh yes, it's a Thai phone number and Thai language, and look at that taxi. As outrageous as the one in the Apple movie, but everything works out because he's got translation on his phone, and off he goes. Also done in sepia tones and showing plenty of Thai cliches, but somehow people haven't gravitated to that particular commercial yet. Now, speaking about storms in a teacup, this story made international news over the weekend about a female boxer in the Olympic Games. Looks like Thailand's about to be embroiled in that story. Thai PBS World saying Thailand's boxer Jan Jem versus Algeria's Imane Khalef in Olympic semi-final. Female Thai boxer Jan Jem Suvarnabhumi is set to meet Algeria's controversial pugilist Imane Khalef in the Paris Olympics semi-final this Wednesday. Khelif is at the centre of a storm over her gender eligibility. And the Thai boxer, the last of 8 still in the game, defeated her Turkish opponent in the women's 66-kilogram quarter-final bout on Saturday evening. She is now insured of a bronze medal, and she said that a bronze medal is not her goal because she wants to reach the final. She insisted that she would fight Khelif because she's not afraid of her, because both of us have 2 hands alike, which is a fairly mature response to the situation. But hang on. Arriving at this point, I'll go all the way to the gold medal, adding, however, that she's unsure whether Khelif's testosterone level will increase. So it looks like the Thai competitor's certainly in on the story, knows what's going on, and had the opportunity to have a bit of a dig. So the gold medal round to be fought on Wednesday. Wednesday, a very big day, particularly for Pit Limjaroenrat, the former leader and prime ministerial candidate for the Move Forward party. They've got a very big day on Wednesday when they find out from the Constitutional Court whether they're going to be disbanded or not. It seems to have got a bit of international attention. Thai PBS World reporting dissolving Move Forward may jeopardise Thailand's UNHCR membership bid. The Constitutional Court's been warned that Thailand's third bid for a seat on the UNHRC for 2025 to 2027 in October could be jeopardised if it decides to dissolve the opposition Move Forward party on August the 7th. Now, this warning appears to have come from inside Thailand rather than out. Let's check the story. And Thailand's second attempt to secure a seat on the UNHRC failed as a result of diplomatic fallout from the 2014 coup and the subsequent increase in human rights violations, including misuse of the lèse majesté law as a weapon against political opposition. This from a member of the Progressive Movement, which are the remnants of the Future Forward Party, which ran for government back in 2019. I think it got the third highest number of votes and also suffered the fate that it appears Move Forward may be facing this week. And he noted that even if the EC's, the Election Commission's petition is dropped, it could be resubmitted if it follows procedure. Nonetheless, the Move Forward party and its former leader, Pit Limjaroenrat, have already been ordered to cease all activities pertaining to the amendment of the lèse majesté law in a January ruling. And if the court does decide to dissolve the party, Cham Nan and its members and MPs will join a new party, which will not be bound by the court's January ruling, and they would continue to campaign for amendments to the lèse majesté law. So there was the Future Forward Party that was disbanded. It may or may not happen to the Future Forward Party this Wednesday. If it is, then they'll join another party, another progressive party, and they'll probably end up getting 45 to 50% of the primary vote at the next election. But there's been some more direct, let's say, interference from outside the country. And again from Thai PBS World, a US Senator expresses concern over possible Move Forward dissolution. The chair of the US Senate Foreign Relations Committee has expressed concern over the potential dissolution of the Move Forward party, which is facing charges of attempting to overthrow Thailand's democratic system under the monarchy. Senator Ben Cardin called on the Sata government to uphold what he calls the two countries' shared values by navigating this period with a commitment to democracy and the rule of law. Well, Sata Thavisin, the Thai Prime Minister, is facing his own problems with the Constitutional Court, facing dismissal on August the 15th, so he's probably directing his comments at the wrong person. And just noting, last week, this is just above the tick, last week diplomats from several European countries met with Pit Limjaroenrat, the chief advisor now of the Move Forward party, to discuss the legal case and the political situation in Thailand. So it looks like there's plenty of lobbying going on before the Constitutional Court meet this Wednesday to discuss the future of the Move Forward party. And acknowledging our sponsors, 5 Star Marine at 5starmarinephuket.com, as well as Beach House Thailand. We move to our next story and we go to Pattaya. The Bangkok Post saying Pattaya tourism operators seek to shed sordid image. Pattaya tourism operators submitted a tourism development proposal to the tourism minister aiming to shift its image to family-oriented tourism and remove its association with sex tourism and illegal gambling. I'm not sure how you shift the image if what the article describes as the sordid tourism is still there. And the ACTF president said Pattaya had shifted from being a nightlife destination to a more family-friendly city with a variety of activities, and that Pattaya has the potential to become a city of various attractions and a hub for investment as well as world-class events. Well, I mean, it already has. There's plenty of world-class events being held there and plenty of families visiting the place and doing the things that families do, and that's not necessarily walking down Soi 6 at 11 p.m. at night. And the article notes that last month, locals and operators in Pattaya protested against the Thai media, that was Thai Rat, labelling their city Sin City. The president of the Eastern chapter of the Thai Hotels Association and also the Federation's executive said as prostitution still exists, the authorities should regulate the occupation and protect sex workers with welfare measures. And then back to Mr. Tanet, who said Pattaya's zoning regulations have not been properly updated since nightlife venues are still mixed with hotels and residences, making some family tourists feel unsafe walking the streets. Or maybe zoning is a way that they can cope with this in the future. I mean, if the demand is there, the supply will keep up with it, I'm sure. And maybe they just need to keep the family activities and the other activities in Pattaya better separated. But with that, thank you for joining us today on the 5th of August. Hopefully you know a bit more about Thai news than you did 10 minutes before. Please subscribe to the channel. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.